welcome back to the manga show here on Omnibros. On Omnibros Live, where I am joined by some magnificent people, some friends, some co-hosts here. We've got to my side. I pointed in the right direction. That made me so proud. I've got Bobson Dugnut. How are you doing, Bobson? I'm your host.
Bobson's doing great.
I'm Willie Dustis, and this is Bobson Dugnut.
Hey, howdy, y'all. How's it going? My name's Bobson. I hope y'all are having a good night.
Yeehaw.
We got a show for you tonight, and down below we got my friend down from the island of Puerto Rico. We got Geo petition for that Inhumans Omnibus still.
Willie, if you keep that accent all throughout the show, I will be extra proud of you. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much. Happy to be here on a Thursday night talking about manga.
On a Thursday night, y'all. We got some cool stuff to talk about tonight. Of course, we got the top 20 graphic novels from October of 2022. And some talking about the success of the manga industry in this past couple of years since the onset of this pandemic we've been caught up in. Now, I don't know how to segue into...
Well, 2 minutes. That's all right.
Your accent just leaves.
I was trying to think of the best way to segue, still in character into and speaking of whatever, let's take a look at our sponsor to our show, InStockTrades.com.
Wait, I got a cool segue. Dean is asking a question. Riley, I have been wondering something. Have you stopped buying Omnis or anything Marvel, DC, or Image? Well, Dean, let me take this opportunity to let you know that our famous Omnibus collector here buys all his books from InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibroslive here on the Omnibus Collectors Network, your home for all things collected editions. You can get your Omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, and so much more, up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that if you order on a week-by-week basis. If you make an order of $50 or more, you get free shipping. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's InStock Trades, the official sponsor of Omnibroslive here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Shout out to IST.
To answer the question legitimately, though, I still buy way too many Western comics and Omnibus and stuff like that. And you'd see me talk about those. I post sometimes my hauls on Twitter. My most recent acquisition, I got a package that had the Avengers versus X-Men Omnibus in it. I got the DM variant for that one, as well as the Batman Shadow War hardcover. That crossover between the Robin, Batman, and Deathstroke. And then, of course, this week we had a couple cool things. The Flash by Mark Waid Omnibus. I got the first volume of the Scorched from the Spawn books.
What cover did you get for Flash?
I got the DM cover, the one that's just Wally alone.
Nice.
I don't remember what artist did it. Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 12, The Breaker Volume 4, Zombie Makeout Club Volume 1. Those three are not Western comics. But then Godzilla versus Power Rangers is. And then after that, I just could not wait to make an order next week. I ordered the Invisible Kingdom Library Edition from Dark Horse. I'm going to be talking about Dark Horse a little bit later here. As well as Below Ambition, Mega Hex, Megan Mogg in Amsterdam, One More Year, and Seeds and Stems, which are a bunch of the Megan Mogg stories by Simon Hanselman. I wanted to grab those. And then that order did have one manga, Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken, and one manhwa artist by Yongshin Ma. So,
did you get Avant-Garde Yumiko?
I did. And you know what? It doesn't have the short story that I thought it did.
Damn. That sucks.
So
I didn't have to wait. Yeah.
But I have it. To the side over here.
It's sealed. When you get it, it's sealed, right? Is the book sealed when you get it? Because it's about
it's got
dicks.
Those are not just mushrooms. They are the male. I think that's what it's. Yeah, the male body part is what it says.
Ding dongs. Yeah. Alrighty. Fabulous. Thank you, everybody. Check out InStockTrades.com.
I also collect Pokemon cards and Inteleon.
Wait a minute. I got to see that card. What is that?
Inteleon VMAX.
Oh, Inteleon. Sorry. My bad.
I'm sorting all of my stuff, and it's the last. I just need to go through my Fusion, whatever. Is it?
Yeah, don't worry about it, Dean. I saw your question. I'm like, that's the perfect segue because I already know the answer to that.
I don't make the content about it on YouTube anymore because I don't feel like that's my place. I think that there's people that are saying the things that I would otherwise say anyway. So I am.
And you can always show them here on this channel. So
yes, and I'm needed elsewhere. It's like the bat signal, except it's a volume of manga, and people are like, "Help us with this bullshit, whatever thing."
William, thank you for joining. Good evening. Let's see here. Today is National Vanilla Cupcake Day. I didn't know. Now it's too late. I can't eat one now, but thank you for letting us know, Tasty Melon. Okay, so before we talk about the main topic, let's discuss, because it's always fun, the MPD book scan. They do the monthly top 20 adult graphic novels, and this is for October, ranging from October from the 2nd of October to the 29th. So let's do this over here. Let me share my screen. I don't want to reveal the number one. Do you guys have any guesses as to which book is number one for the month of October?
I have a first question. Does this include it? This is any graphic novels, so this is Western comics and manga and
yeah, so free for all. Yep.
So October, what came out in October?
Okay, so I'm going to reveal here the first one. Number 20 is Saga Volume 10 from Brian K. Vaughan over at Image Comics.
Makes sense. It was on hiatus for years, and now the first new paperback has come out.
Zoom in a little bit more. Thank you.
Enhance.
Okay. Number 19. Chainsaw Man, Volume 5 from Tatsuki Fujimoto, Viz Media. Number 18. Dandadan, Volume 1 from Yukinobu Tatsu over at Viz Media. Breaking right away into the top 20 spot. That's awesome.
Speaking of manga that have to do with the male part.
Yep. Number 17. Solo Leveling from Chugong over at Yen Press. This Volume 5 of the manhwa or webtoon or whatever you want to call it.
You know, I don't see personally a lot of people who pick that up, and I don't know if it's just my circle. Like, I don't see people actually buy it, but Target does carry it, and
Walmart too.
Yeah,
I know it's like a really popular series, but I also don't know anyone who reads it.
In the grand scheme of things, I had to drop it because I had other stuff to get and little space. So I only have one volume of it, but it's good. And I think when the show airs, because they are making an anime adaptation, I think it could sell a bit more than what it is selling now. Continue. Sorry, interrupt.
No, I interrupted. You got to continue on to number 16.
Solo Leveling is super popular with a demographic that isn't anyone I talk to. Yeah, same. Although I don't talk with anybody. We're loners. Number 16. Chainsaw Man, Volume 9. Tatsuki Fujimoto, Viz Media.
I have a feeling that most of the 11 volumes are going to be on here.
Number 15.
Can I
yeah.
I was gonna say if I could do number 15.
Yeah, go ahead. You want me to reveal it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Number 15. Go, we can't communicate.
Burger King?
Volume 21 by Tomohiro Oda. Sorry. I had to.
No, that's great. I love it. Interesting. Comey has been on and off this year. Sometimes it makes it to the top 20. Other times, it's nowhere to be seen.
It would help if she could communicate.
That because she has problems communicating. That's why she doesn't make the list.
I'm
Number
gonna make a non-joke.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now that it's a joke. But look, Colleen, there's a shoujo on the list.
Yeah. Even I understand that one. Let's see, number 14 on the list. Chainsaw Man, Volume 7 from Tatsuki Fujimoto. Viz Media, once again. Number 13. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Volume 1. Koyoharu Gotoge. Demon Slayer, lately, it's always Volume 1 that's on the top 20.
I think it's a lot. I say it every month, but I think it is a lot of like Targets and Walmarts expanding their selection and just buying up like copies of the first volume.
I want to say, you remember my manga section, Riley, at my local Walmart? That's the only place I can go to get physical manga right now, unfortunately. And it was a little small booth, like not a booth, like a end cap corner thing of a larger shelf. And now next to it was the regular book section and crappy novels that nobody cares for. Now manga is overtaking that side like a parasite, and it's seeping its way through. And I love it because now they're like, I saw like more Junji Ito books and more random crap like from Viz, Kodansha, and Seven Seas. I'm like, all right, way to go. I'm not going to buy any of you, but way to go.
Coincidentally, do they also carry Parasite there?
Shoot, I think I may have seen it. I don't know. I think I may have seen it, but I've seen a little bit of everything. The weirdest item there would have been, or the weirdest title, sorry, Bakemonogatari, considering the rest of the books are more family friendly, and that one's 18 and up, in my opinion. And obviously, Junji Ito books, they're kind of disturbing. Like they had Frankenstein of all the books, and that one's pretty gross. What was the other one? My Dress Up Darling, which is saran wrapped because each volume has fan service. I don't know how to feel about that. Also, Walgreens is selling manga now, and they have the same type of books as well, which is weird. You can get your drugs and you can get your My Hero Academia. Number 12. Chainsaw Man, Volume 11. What a surprise! From Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Wow.
Number 11. It would have been funny if Volume 11 was at number 11, but it's not. At 11, the 11th spot is Chainsaw Man, Volume 10.
Wow.
Shocking.
Crazy list, man. This is insane.
Number 10. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, Volume 16 from Aidaido.
Another shoujo? Wow.
Riley, Riley, you're testing my patience.
Hey, Hayden, thank you so much. I appreciate that super chat. We all appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're all doing well. It's been one of those weeks where one day you feel fine, then the other one you feel like crap, and then the other day you feel sick, and then this one today you feel kind of good. But it's all good over here, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, and you get the ass dance as a result. So thank you so much for super chatting, as always. Appreciate it.
I was like, is this something Riley does?
Oh, no. I mean, I don't know what happens when we're off air and when I leave, but just Shin Shan doing his thing. Thank you, Hayden. Okay, so 10. Don't get too excited now. We're going into number 9. Lore Olympus, Volume 3.
I just bought the 3 hardcovers the other day because I was at a Target. And
I keep seeing them, and they look interesting, but I haven't bought any.
they're massive, they're pretty, and they were 30% off each. So I picked them up.
Nice. It's based on Greek mythology, right?
Yeah, I feel like
I think it's
Okay.
Persephone, right? Persephone and Hades.
yeah, people who enjoyed The Wicked and Divine might enjoy it, and vice versa. Wicked and Divine, though, like obviously a much more mature story.
Yeah.
We have like what Lucifer blows up in the first chapter or something.
How much of a super chat for Riley to do the ass dance? What's your price, Riley?
Riley.
I'm not
Throw
confident.
a number. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to do the super chat for that. But
$1
throw a
million.
number. Okay. Well, we can't do a million, but the top number is I think 500 on the super chat.
500.
500 it is.
There you go. 500 with the pants down.
Oh, Gio said it, not me.
And then you pay for the YouTube channel afterwards.
Exactly. Number 8, Chainsaw Man, Volume 4.
Wow.
Have you all heard of this series, Chainsaw Man?
Shocking. Number 7, Chainsaw Man, Volume 3.
This is crazy.
Number 6, Spy Family, Volume 8.
Oh, boo. Ruining our fun.
Yeah. It's a fun series, though.
No, I love Spy Family.
We're going into the top 5. Brace yourselves. Number 5, Chainsaw Man, Volume 2.
Chainsaw Sweep.
And number 4, Kaiju number 8, Volume 4.
Nice. I'm happy to see Kaiju number 8 that eye.
Number 3, Chainsaw Man, Volume 1.
Okay, so
Chainsaw
1,
Sweep.
2, 3, 4, 10, 11,
Oh, you're keeping track. We still have 8,
5. Do we have 6?
8 and 6, and 2.
No, two is up there.
What
So-
was it?
Okay, we have Chainsaw Man, Volume 5, 9, 7, 11, 10, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so 8 and 6.
Are the only ones not yet, and there's two parts.
I think. Hold on. Okay, place bets. Volume 8 or Volume 6? Who thinks is going to be number 1?
I
If
can't
you
say
think
anything because I've
Chainsaw
already looked at the list.
Okay,
I
so
can't
Riley, do you think Volume 8 or Volume 6 is going to be number 1?
8, because I don't know if 6 is carried at like
Ooh, wait.
Oh, is that the naked cover?
6 has.
I was just going to look it up.
Oh,
I think 8 might have Makima on the cover.
Interesting. I forgot about that.
I will say Volume 6 then, because I think people are buying the naked cover before reading the series.
But I don't think that that Target carries the naked cover.
Oh no! Wait! I do remember at Walmart seeing 6, and saying to myself, "Man, this is messed up." That it's at a Walmart and next to the young kid toy aisle.
They have a sticker over it?
No, nothing. Just the.
I'm going to say
saran wrap.
Volume 6 still.
Boobies.
People are horny. People be horny.
All right,
Okay.
let's
Volume
see it.
2,
Sit on it.
number 2, My Hero Academia, Volume 32.
All right,
All
come
right.
on.
If it's Chainsaw Man at 6 or 8.
Chainsaw Man 8.
And at number 1 as the top-selling adult graphic novel for the month of October 2022
The Sandman.
is Lore Olympus, Volume 3, hardcover.
What?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
What?
Lore Olympus sweep.
What happened to the Chainsaw Sweep? We only got 9 out of 11 on there.
Yep. So that's the list. Lore, a lot of lore and a lot of chainsaws.
And Saga.
And Saga randomly thrown in there, and Dandadan.
You would think with how much Lore Olympus is popular, someone would pick up Colette Decides to Die.
Right? Yeah.
It's not like
And over
that's not
here-
another Greek mythology series.
The shit balls. What was I gonna say?
The heck is this one? Oh,
The Sailor Moon Naoko Takeuchi is also at like my Target. They have 3 volumes out.
I picked the first one at Walgreens. I showed you guys 2 weeks ago, and I'm waiting to see if they put volume 2 so I can get it. But I'm always seeing volume 3s everywhere. This is, what is it? Top 20 author graphic novels? What's the difference? Adult graphic novels. Oh, manga superhero graphic novels. Anyway, it's more of the same. Whatever.
Laura Olympus, Weep over there too.
Oh, wait. Top 20 manga of October. Oh, it's going to be the same thing. Except,
Literally all Viz.
yeah. Jujutsu
Oh wait, I
Kaisen.
see Ian Press.
The only difference is, let's see, My Hero Academia, Chainsaw Man, Kaiju. The only difference here being the numbering, and they
Bottom.
added Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I
bottom
see
4.
Chainsaw Man Volume 6 as well, so technically I'm the winner because Chainsaw Man Volume 8 is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, but Spy Family Volume 8 is.
That was not the criteria, Riley.
So yeah, the top 20 manga. I guess we should do this for next month and talk about both the top adult graphic novels and the top 20 manga. I hadn't thought of that. But it's mostly going to be the same. Just a lot of Viz Media books to the point where it gets boring, and I don't like it. Everything's Viz Media except Toilet Bound. Does Yen Press not have any other series out there that it's not?
Volume 8 also has boobies on it.
Of what?
Of Chainsaw Man. It's just not as prevalent.
Well, it's had boobage action since Volume 1, I think.
Whatever volume Power is on, the back cover, she is completely naked, and it never made me want to buy it.
My Hero Academia Volume 32. Is that the one with, hold on, let me search. With the, I don't know who this character is. The one with the purple hair.
Yeah,
Who
it's
is
like a new character on the front.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Well, there you go. Interesting. More of the same, honestly. Not too surprising, but still pretty fun to look at.
It's literally always whatever is at retailers like Target and Walmart. Those are all of them. The only book that showed up on the top 20, the first list, Saga and Dandadan are the only ones that I've never seen at like my Target locations.
Yeah.
Or my Walmart. I actually did finally find the the manga section at my Walmart though.
Hey, nice.
It was pretty much exactly the same as my Target, but
I think they just have the same, not clients, the same distributors or whatever. Just sending them that stuff. I think it's the same for all stores. How did Lore Olympus Volume 3 get to be 9 and 1? Yeah, one is the soft cover, the other one's the hardcover.
there's a couple of series that have double release like that this month as well.
Double whammy.
From Webtoon. One of them, I don't remember the title, but it was the one about the lady that they're a high school girl who gets good at makeup and becomes popular.
That time I got reincarnated as a high school lady that does makeup.
True Beauty.
I made that up.
Yes, True Beauty.
Thoughts on the Twitter drama about the latest chapter of Tokyo Revengers? I whenever I see that pop up on my Twitter feed, I hit not interested. I don't want to look at it. So I don't know what happened.
People didn't like the ending, and so now they're complaining about it, like they did back at the end of Attack on Titan.
That was stupid. I liked the finale for Attack on Titan. I thought it was great. I don't understand why people are throwing hissy fits and like threatening an author over fictional characters.
Also, similar to Colleen's experience with the end of Chihayafuru, where everyone was pissed off.
Not everyone, just a certain subsect of people who don't know how to read, apparently.
But
I don't think any of them are going to be watching me on a live stream anyway. I'll go ahead and roast them. I don't care.
You probably like secretly have that entire community of errata fans are like,
Yeah, probably.
fuck this. Just people don't, I don't know, like people act as if you number one, it's like people act like it is definitively bad, and then number two, they act as if you dislike the ending of something, you absolutely cannot have enjoyed anything else.
Yeah.
Like you had said, when the ending of Chihayafuru happened, all of those people were like, this brings this down from a 10 to a 1 or something.
And the thing is, so my like side of it, I mean, I did see people that were like, oh, if she doesn't end up with this guy, then the guy I like, then I'm gonna drop the series, or I'm gonna rate this a 6. And I was always like, what has changed your mind so drastically about this character's story that just not getting with one person makes the entire story like worthy of dropping that much to you? Like what about one chapter changes the whole series, unless that chapter is literally taking everything from the series and erasing it, or like saying, oh, this actually didn't happen. Like that's the only way I can see it being like that much of a big deal.
Yeah, this,
I mean, sorry to interrupt, but look at this
No, you're
nonsense. Hajime Sayama wrote a bunch of cool stuff, but I'm just going to focus on that one paragraph that says, I am aware that the ending of Attack on Titan was quite controversial. I am open to receiving people's honest opinions. However, I would appreciate it if you'd be kind to me.
because there were people, like someone had a thread where they posted a bunch of screenshots of people not being kind to him, where they were literally like, go kill yourself. Like, you don't know how to write. I hope you die painfully. Like stuff like that. I'm like, Jesus, man.
Said the guy in a basement reading the manga from a pirated website.
Yeah.
Or something, with no idea how to begin to write a book of his own.
I get now why some series will have, like, remember last week there was the one series that had 2 final volumes?
Yeah.
I get why they do that now. Like, because it's an easy way to give your audience, like, no matter who you are, like, everyone gets the ending that they wanted. So it's like if you know, Chihayafuru had the errata ending and the what's it ending?
How do you not know Taichi?
Like,
How could you?
sorry. I was searching myself and I was like, I'm gonna upset Colleen not knowing this.
Once again, it's coming out.
I'm gonna make you like sprain your arm with all the times you try to.
I'm great. You know how much I used to play Beat Saber. My arms are helicopters at this point.
But yeah, I get why they do that though. Like, I understand at this point, like, it might be a way for them to like save themselves from having this kind of reaction from the audience, so they don't have to worry about people like that being like, no, this series sucks because my favorite didn't win. But I don't, at the same time, I've never read a series that does that with a split ending. I mean, that
one day in a week, by the way.
yeah, that one day is next week. I've never read a series that does the 2 endings before, but I cannot comprehend in my mind how that works, because to me, like, usually that stuff is set up like so far in advance that like just having the last, like, I don't know, like 8 chapters be a variance seems weird.
Yeah.
That's like with Kengan Omega. I dropped it after the tournament because it just didn't make sense. Fate Stay Night loves the multiple endings. Oh, Fate Stay Night. I like the main thing, the main games, not the countless spin-offs and cell phone games and mobile and whatever the hell they're doing now. I just like Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Zero, and the other one, Heaven's Feel. Sorry. Continue. I dread to think how bad people will get when One Piece ends. Oh, they're gonna be, a lot of people are gonna be mad, regardless of the ending.
I think any long-running series is always just going to have people who are vocally upset, and I think it's a lot of the reason is just because they're upset it's over in the first place, and especially ones who have been with the series for a long time because they've seen the series change over time, so they probably have a different idea. Like when they started this series, they probably had a completely different idea than what the author does now. And they probably didn't change that idea with the author while they were writing it. So they're kind of like stuck in the beginning of the series still. And that's why they get so upset. Because that's what I feel like happened with Chihaya Furu. It feels like a lot of people were like, but that's how the beginning of the series was. And it's like, well, clearly the series had a huge tone shift halfway through. So like, did you not think it would be a good idea to like maybe start critically analyzing that tone shift from the future on? Like, and I feel like a lot of people are probably going to do that with One Piece, because I know you guys have said that there's a time jump, right, in the series?
Yeah, it's just a
yeah. So
yeah,
and I can imagine that brings a shift in the series too.
It does.
So
it does get a little bit more mature with some of the content and like the tone and whatnot. But
wait, how do you say this series?
Batum.
I would say it like an explosion.
Is the only series I know with two endings. It made sense since the series had a video game premise. It had a dark ending and a light ending. Cool.
I think one thing that I've noticed that disappoints some with when a series ends is like a lot of series, the end is very like sudden. And so one topic of discussion, like for Tokyo Revengers, for instance, people were like, how are they going to wrap this up in 5 chapters? Like when the author announced that it was 5 chapters from being over.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of times with manga, especially with like shonen manga, like it's like the final conflict finishes and it's just boom, it's done. And there's not really a lot of follow-up after that to kind of come down from the climax, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think that like that's something that's important for series to have, is like if it's a big final battle or whatever, like have the final battle and then let the characters come down and give you an idea of like how they're moving forward after this before it finishes. I don't know about Tokyo Revengers because I haven't even started reading it yet, so I couldn't even tell you what happens in the first chapter. But so I don't know if they did that or not. But I think like it would be odd to me if One Piece didn't come down from the climax. Like whatever, you know, the final war, Luffy finds the One Piece, and then
and it's broken into 2 pieces. Anyway,
and he goes to get
the 2 piece. The 2 piece is real.
That's gonna be the sequel, 2 piece.
I think it would be weird if we don't see like at least some sort of like, you know, and then the crew went off and did their whatever, like something with like Sanji getting to do his thing and Usopp getting to do his thing and everyone getting to do it, like, because you want to see that. You want to see that, like leaving it a little bit open-ended, but having like a nice happy ending for each character. Because we're talking about shonen, we're not talking about seinen. It's going to end happily.
Yeah.
I will say the one series that I think was perfectly fine with ending kind of abruptly was Seven Seeds, because it does that where it's like, okay, everything's like resolved for this moment, but literally it's not like technically an ending because nothing ends. It's just like this situation was resolved. And then it just like that's over. But it did end up getting a spinoff of 5 chapters of like what happens next. But like for people who were just reading the main series, it was just over. And I don't think I know anyone who thought like the ending of Seven Seeds was bad. So I think there's a way to do it, but maybe it's just in certain genres. It's better done than like a battle series.
Yeah.
I like
story progression and character evolutions are a shockingly new concept to them. Story progression.
I like. I don't know if I'm in the minority here, but I did like the way that after Naruto ended, they had the short like whatever 10 chapters or whatever.
The epilogue thingamajig. Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good, but and this is a giant but. It did birth Boruto. It was widely unnecessary.
Oh,
If they had just left it at that and they were like, this is what the gang's up to 10 years later, I think that would have been fine.
I'll tell you what, if they would have left it at the movie, it would have been sweeter.
Naruto, the movie final.
The Boruto movie. Because the plan was to make that epilogue manga the movie, and that's it. And then they had the idea, well, what if we take this movie and turn it into a full-fledged manga? Let's do that. And an anime.
An anime that's like
ongoing.
More than 50% filler, still ongoing.
14 Blu-rays, by the way. Oh, I hear a cat.
Yeah, he's so loud. Come here, bud.
He's not a fan of Boruto either.
Ooh, come here.
I like. Oh, look at that. I like Boruto the movie, but I don't like the manga or the anime.
The manga is okay. The manga is okay, but it's like superfluous. It's just very much not needed.
Boruto is what happens when people ask for a series to not stop. I mean, I'll just say, if it makes some people happy to read it and watch it, then okay, I guess. I stopped at the movie. That's enough for me.
I like the way Bleach has done stuff where they, first of all, did not tell you that Burn the Witch was connected to Bleach.
That was awesome. When the reveal happened, I'm like, oh,
the last page, and it's like the Soul Society East branch or whatever the hell. And then, like the Burn the Witch like logo has the BLEACH in it. I was like, yo, what? That was cool. And then they came back with that like anniversary chapter to give you like a catch up on what's going on, like everyone as adults and stuff. And that chapter was dope as hell. And also kind of opened the door to, if they wanted to do more, they could. But it's not necessary. They don't have to.
If I may, we have reviews on this channel, Riley and I, talking about both. We did a review on Burn the Witch and the epilogue Bleach chapter one-shot thing. So if you guys want to check those videos out and leave a like on them, appreciate it.
So Dark Horse.
Yeah, let's move on to that one because we're already halfway through the show. What did you want to talk about when it came to Dark Horse? Because I titled this The Success of Manga. And Dark Horse has some thoughts on that.
There was ICV2, I think, was interviewing, what's his name? Yep. Michael Richardson, is it? There's a couple of Richardsons that work at Dark Horse, so I get them confused.
Here it is.
Mike Richardson. And he said a bunch of stuff about like periodicals and comics and stuff that move from Diamond to Penguin Random House, which fingers crossed they don't have the same issues that Marvel has had with Penguin, because Penguin, if you buy comics, you know, like damages a lot of their Marvel stuff in shipping. Anyway, he said he kind of spoke. One of the things about comics was that periodicals are kind of dying. I think like they're past the point of what they were originally for.
That
Was
they
to-
may have outlived their usefulness.
Yeah, they because those periodical comics, like single issues floppies, were originally supposed to be cheap, affordable, accessible, but now like a single issue is $4 or $5 or more depending on what it is, and you get a lot more content from a volume of manga than you do from a single issue of comics. Of course, the content is usually full color, larger trim pages and stuff like that, but the comparison can be drawn. And Mike Richardson also mentions in here that he has been interested in manga even before his Dark Horse days. And he was working on manga at Dark Horse in the earliest days, when they had an office in Japan at the time. And in those early days, that was when it was like their magazine. I forget what it was called, but they had a monthly magazine that ran for like, or was it weekly? I don't remember. It has like 50 something issues. And it was one of the first major, it's not the first, there's like a couple others, but it's one of the first major manga magazines, manga periodicals that came out in the US. And it published a bunch of different series that we now have in volume editions. The big thing that hinged on, especially what like when Deb Aoki had retweeted, she brought attention to him saying their plans for the future that they were going to continue to republish classic, well-known titles and start introducing new licenses. And that's something that I've kind of been talking about in here, is the way that they've been focusing on that stuff. He does touch on Embracer Group a couple times, and that Dark Horse Comics is likely to get to do some work with Embracer on some of their other properties. But yeah, it was interesting, like always interesting to hear a comic publisher talking about the manga that they do, because right now Dark Horse, I think, is the only major comic publisher that does a lot of manga as well. Like DC does like Justice League manga and stuff like that, but
yeah,
Dark Horse is the only one that does the whole spread, the whole gamut of things. And I think they brought a lot of that into the way that they do manga and the way that they produce. That's why Dark Horse does these, the Berserk, Blade of the Immortal, Hellsing hardcovers in a way that these other companies didn't, because that's a very Western comic way to do these collections in that premiere format. So I don't know, just some interesting notes to touch on from Dark Horse.
Do you think it would be how do I say this? How different would the landscape look if somebody like DC and Marvel started getting manga titles to publish?
Well, DC,
in 2023 or whatever in the future.
DC used to have CMX.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Colleen's familiar with a lot more CMX titles than I am, because it was a lot of shoujo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And CMX eventually folded. I don't remember exactly when, because I don't remember when they stopped, but I think it was a little bit before the big bust around 2010. I don't think that CMX lasted that long.
I can figure that out for you.
I
CMX
think a lot of the big
2010.
Yeah.
So it was during the bust.
Yeah. They're known for their censored release of Tenjo Tenge.
Omar was talking about that the other day. Viz fixed that, I guess, with the signature release.
Whoa. So if you go to Wikipedia, they have a full list of manga titles published by CMX. It's a lot of stuff. Let's see. Shin-chan, Canon. I'm going to butcher these names. Get ready. Chikyu, Misaki, Cypher, Densha Otoko, The Devil Does Exist, Emma, From Eroica with Love, Gals, Gon, I Hate You More Than Anyone, Madara, Love for Venus. I'm just going by real quick. Versus The Young Magician, Tower of the Future, Swan, Sword of the Dark Ones. Lots of interesting stuff here.
A lot of those unfortunately didn't finish. Like Swan
Mhm.
notoriously didn't get to finish.
Yeah. Musashi number 9, Orfina, Penguin Revolution, everybody's favorite. Phantom Thief.
Peak fiction.
Yeah. Steel Fist Riku. Martial arts manga. So CMX was founded back in 2004 and it went under in July of 2010. But what if they decided to bring that back? Do you think it would change how things are done? Or maybe the current publishers might see things differently now that there's more competition? Because I want to see different publishers and not a top 20 graphic novel list, and it's all Viz Media.
I'm trying to think. Marvel does manga in like conjunction with Viz.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever they do one of those, it's like twin billing. Like the top will say Marvel and the bottom says Viz or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just can't imagine them being interested in doing it again because the landscape, whenever like Dark Horse first got into it and whenever DC was doing stuff, it was a different landscape, and I think like it was almost a little more experimental, so it didn't feel like a huge commitment for them to try out stuff, and like everyone was excited about it, like the expansion in the early 2000s of manga. When Dark Horse got in, it was being treated similarly to comics. Like they were putting out the periodical magazine, which would show up on comic stands with everything else. Viz Media did in their early days periodicals as well. They did single issues of stuff like Pokemon and Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Those would appear on magazine stands and stuff, and then it's like, I don't know, this separation happened eventually where they stopped. I guess once the single issues stopped is when they stopped being seen together in a lot of ways. So I don't know if they tried it again now, if it would really. I don't know if they would know how, because the manga market demands much higher print runs than what's popular with comics.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm trying to look at the article with what you mentioned about reprints, and I can't find it. That's why I'm scrolling.
It was, I think they said repackage, which was an interesting way to put it, because that makes it out like they're going to do more omnibus cover.
What series do they still have left? From what licenses do they still have for manga that you know of, or you can remember?
Trying to find
because I know a lot of people are asking for Trigun.
Yeah.
And next year we get the new anime, and if there was ever a time to do that, to at least reprint stuff, it'd be with or at least announce it with the release of the anime next year.
So the quote is, "I was publishing manga from our earliest days. We're always ready and willing to expand the line. We have a plan to repackage some past favorites as well as announce a number of new titles." If I'm not mistaken, I have somewhere on my computer a document of all Dark Horse manga.
They've sold 5 million copies of Berserk. Holy crap. That's a lot. Let's see over here.
I feel like Dark Horse has like almost absolutely zero shoujo or josei
I'm sure they have like one.
in their entire history. Like not just now, like in their entire history.
It seems to be more of like a seinen
Yeah.
publisher, which is why I don't own any series from them. And I honestly doubt that they would get into shoujo at the very least, especially again. No.
They used to do some Clamp. They were one of the earlier publishers for a lot of Clamp stuff. So like I don't remember if
Yep.
and Angelic Layer, that's Clamp, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know if that was shonen or shoujo though.
Well, just going by Wikipedia here, somebody listed off just random titles that they published. Akira, Astro Boy, Berserk, Blade of the Immortal, Ghost in the Shell, Lone Wolf and Cub, Trigun, Blockade, Battlefront, Gantz, Helsing, Drifters, Blood Plus, Fully Cooley, Mob Psycho, Oreimo. That's random as hell. What the hell? Clamp, including Clover, Chobits, Cardcaptor Sakura, Magic Knight Ray Earth, Gate 7. So, yeah, mostly seinen stuff. Oh my goddess.
3 Clamp shoujos.
Legal Drug, was that
It was either a shoujo or a josei. I don't remember which one.
they have a couple of Tezuka, like Next World, and of course Astro Boy. They're bringing back Oh My Goddess. I think one of the biggest things that they should focus on is unfinished titles like MPD Psycho and Blockade Battlefront. Never got the sequel in English.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
Blood blah 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 blah.
I hate that title. Blood Blockade Battlefront. There you go. Dark Horse doesn't have many of the Clamp titles anymore. They're coming back with Oh My Goddess.
No, the Clamp is mostly at Kodansha at this point.
Yeah.
If Dark Horse doesn't have Trigun under their belt ready to go for the anime release, they're basically giving up free money. Yeah, it's right there. They've lined it up perfectly to at least announce it and be like, hey, next year, maybe at summertime, we're going to do Trigun again, and everybody can lose their minds. Because I'm tired of seeing tweets about it. When are you going to bring back Trigun? Whenever they are able to, my dudes.
Sorry, bud.
And dudettes.
I want big Trigun volumes because the artwork would benefit, and it's
hell yeah! I can't follow some of those panels.
It's so kinetic that it's hard to figure out what the hell's going on.
It's like if you took an image and you went like that, and you're just seeing all the lines going like that. I'm like, okay, cool. It went that way.
Yeah,
and they're just fighting and shooting it out.
And sometimes I feel like the action actually does go in the wrong direction. Like you're reading it from right to left, but the action goes left to right. And you're like, wait a second, what?
That reminds me a couple scenes from My Hero Academia. They're also like that sometimes. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm like, okay, they're fighting. Cool.
Yay, Deku.
Deku, go ahead.
I don't know where you are, but you're doing great.
You're doing great, buddy. Keep going.
And it looked cool for a second, but then there was a bunch of lines, and I don't know what happened.
Japanese title for Blood Blockade Battlefront is Kekai Sensen. Much easier to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's why sometimes I prefer to say the original name rather than the English translation.
Demon Slayer, don't you mean Kimetsu no Yaiba?
Like Kimetsu no Yaiba, and you push up your eyeglasses. Come on, nerds. Say it right.
I think you mean Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Kekai Sensen translates to Bloodline Battlefront, so they could have eliminated 1B. Bloodline Battlefront is so much easier to say.
Blood Blockade Battlefront. There you go. Do you think the summertime rendering hardcovers will show up in December? Yes. I'm 100% confident in that, and I can't say why.
Gio can't say why. What's he hiding?
I know I got some sources too. You know,
What's he?
no, but they've been printing them out. It's gonna happen. I mean, if by now you can't get that freaking book out, 3 times the charm, right? Jesus Christ, retire already.
I completely forgot about that book too.
I'll be honest, I kind of don't want it anymore because I saw the anime and I'm like, it's all right. I'm in no rush to pick up the manga again and read that story again. Sorry.
Udon screwed their sales on that.
Oh my God, horribly. It was scheduled for May 31st, and then June, and then July, and then August, and then September, and then just December, everything. So I think it's December 27th. All 6 hardcovers in one go. I ain't got money for that.
Maybe they're relying on Christmas, the Christmas spirit.
But the paperbacks came out.
Nobody wants
So, like,
paperbacks. Except, well, I lie. Manga Twitter wants paperbacks.
No, because Manga Twitter also hates thick paperbacks.
Oh.
But then they also hate it when the paperbacks are too thin.
Man, I saw that discourse on the freaking My Hero Academia box set. Like, holy shit, you guys are insufferable. I can't.
They would have died. Do you remember when Marvel switched, like going into Marvel Now, how thin the paperbacks got?
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it was going into Marvel Now or like into all new Marvel Now or whatever, but like those paperbacks, like a 4-issue paperback, which would be like $17.99, was like the size. It was like the same width as a single issue almost. Like you could barely fit anything on the damn spine.
Let me see if I have one. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
It was bad. Like they went really, really thin because the paper quality got really thin. Marvel also changed the paper that was used on the covers of their issues to be the paper that's used on the interior pages.
Yeah.
Which means that like it no longer had nicer, like, I don't want to say photo stock, but like a thicker stock paper that lasts longer than like one reading.
Well, and I was gonna say I could go and get them, but my cat is literally asleep on me. We were talking about it on Twitter already, but the Shoujo Beat series have been getting that thin for like the past few years now. So like if they were Shoujo Beat fans, they would have been upset about this already. Like Natsume's Book of Friends literally looks the same size as like the Italian prints that they've been complaining about. And the only reason I had said anything about Skip Beat Volume 47 is because it looked like it almost got smaller from already being small. And I figured they were just going to keep it the exact same. So I was like, oh my gosh, if they make these even smaller, I will like be kind of upset. Not upset, but like sad about it because it's already so thin in the first place. But like the current Italian prints are really just the exact same size as what Shoujo Beat has been running for like the past few years for their ongoing titles, other than like Snow White and Yona.
I don't mind anything. I'm so easygoing. As long
I
as
just don't like how it looks on the shelf. That's really like my only thing.
All right, Gio,
but like you can read it, so I'm still gonna buy it.
Obviously, you can't compare because it's different series. But here's the Exiles printing of Volume 1, the chunky trade. And this is what we were used to, right? When it comes to trades?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And like thicker paper. I think this has 19 issues. Again, I'm not making a comparison because it's 19 versus this, which has 6. Look at 6 issues from Swordmaster.
Yeah, you can barely see the title on the spine.
Yeah.
Like that. Swordmaster.
Are comics typically stocked with the spine out?
Yeah.
And
they'll
super...
put something facing outward in the stores, but like usually it's spine out.
paper quality is very flimsy.
Thin as hell.
Yeah. Compared to this, which I do think is much. It even sounds thicker. But yeah. Did you see how is that 6 issues, right? Yeah. The crazy thing is 6 issues, 19, not too far off from each other. And yet this looks like it has like a million pages inside. And this looks to be like a single floppy. Like Riley said, this, if I showed you this, you'd think, oh, it's like, is that one single comic? No, there's 6 comics inside here.
That it looks like 3 at the most.
Yeah. That's pretty insane. Did you see that Junji Ito Premium Manga box set is Japanese only, but looks very nice? No, I did not. Hook me up, James. Send me a link. If you can. I'm not bossing anybody around, just in case.
Do it, James. Send me the link, James.
James is one of our mods, by the way, if anybody's wondering. It's not like I'm bossing around the chat. Most people I know all cancel their hardcovers. They're going to be stuck with hundreds of summertime rendering hardcovers sitting on shelves. That's going to be insane. Everybody just moved on to the paperbacks.
Wait until next winter and they'll be like 75% off.
Oh, that'd be great. And here's the thing. The anime had such great voice acting. They had really top tier talent. Now they're coming out with a Switch game. And it's like, I think action RPG with heavy emphasis on visual novel elements. So I'm more excited about the game, honestly, because I get to hear the cast again. And the mangaka worked with OLM to fix some of the things in the manga, to fix the finale and some, I guess, terminology and some character stuff. So I'm very happy with the show. It sucks that it's still stuck on Disney Plus jail, unfortunately. Link has been sent. Where did you send it? Hold on. Hold on.
I got a game.
What you got? Hey, wait a minute. I also got a game. I think you know what it is.
Oh, Bud, stop. No.
Gotta go fast.
Hell yeah. We were talking about Sonic not too long ago on this channel. I got it for Switch. It runs fine. A lot of people were going nuts on Twitter like, I can't play it on this. I've been playing it and it plays fine. Obviously, it's not as graphically intense as the PlayStation 5, but it plays fine.
I got it so that I would finally actually use my PS5.
Oh, so here it is, James. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Holy crap, this box set. Why don't they release that? It would sell extremely well in the West. In the West.
They just need to live and learn.
Junji Ito. Premium manga box set collection announced.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow. It even has a shirt.
I do like shirts.
But it's white, and I don't use a lot of white shirts.
I can't wear white shirts because I have overactive sweat glands in my armpits, and it makes them turn yellow.
Well, that sucks.
It does.
Oh, I can click on it. Oh, hold on.
Hold up.
Okay, so I gotta be honest. This does not look good. This looks like a shoebox. I'm sorry, Japan. Do better, please. What's the other image? This looks a lot better. It still looks like a shoebox, but it looks better.
But the inside of a shoebox.
Yes. Here's the shirt. That's pretty cool. I like that.
If
this is the cat from Gyo, right?
If it were a black shirt with white print on it,
Mm.
all day, every day, buddy. I do it all day, every day.
Where are the Malaysian super chatters that ask for shirt pics? Take that image and make a shirt out of it. You know?
And then send it to us.
Yeah. So this is just what's inside with the covers. So, I can't guess. I see Smashed. I see Frankenstein, Tomie, the little twerp that I hate that has the nails on his teeth. I hate that guy. The other dude, the emo Slender Man, Deserter, and some other stuff that's coming out next year.
Middle top is I think that's being used for the Tombs hardcover.
Yes, that comes out next spring. And Shuichi, or whatever the hell the name of the kid is, that comes out in the summer. And there's another book, right? There's 3 books coming out next year that we know of.
I think we only have the 2 so far.
Well, I just made that up then.
You might have not. I might be forgetting something.
Oh, come on. You're smart. I'm not. Junji Ito.
Is there like a Black Paradox? Is that one of the ones that...
I still don't have that. That came out a couple weeks ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one came out already.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that yet.
Colleen, gosh, get it together. You're supposed to know about Junji Ito.
I don't fucking read anything Junji Ito.
Read the Cat Diary from Junji Ito. That's a good one.
I do want to read Tomie. That one I've been meaning to for a while.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a horror person.
Soichi Tombs.
The one that made me the most scared when I read it.
Which one?
Tomie.
For me, I think Uzumaki scared me more than Tomie.
Tomie, I was reading it alone in a cabin in the woods at night.
Awesome.
And I had to put it down because I was like, oh my God.
Now she's gonna show up and seduce you and then kill you.
Exactly.
Oh no, a hot girl is gonna show up in my house. Oh, I'm so scared.
Whatever shall I do? What was that? There was that TikTok like, I sure hope a big booty Latina don't show up when he's got hot Cheetos. It would be a shame if I got chased by a big booty Latina.
You know what did spook me? The Deserter story collection. You read that one, Riley?
Mm-hmm.
The actual story for the siren with the demons and shit. You know the one I'm talking about, where they go to the town that's everybody's zombified into working for the spiral siren. And slight spoilers, they unleash the gates of hell. And that kind of freaked me out when I was reading it at midnight.
They're just too relatable to you. Freaked you out because you were like, man, same thing happens out here all the time.
Yeah, because it's mostly a Western thing, you know? Because he's writing about like Western demonology and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, that's very not Japanese centric. And then the actual story for Deserter spooked me by the end. I thought that was excellently done. I don't want to spoil it because I think that's one of his best short stories, in my honest opinion.
That was the one with the soldier that was living in the house.
Yeah, the Deserter soldier.
Yeah.
The hook, when you find out what's going on in that, I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. That's a great short story. Loved it.
I do like those moments in like horror series where it's just like, I
saw that. I read that.
I should have known.
And I thought, man, that would make a great movie, or that would make for like a story you would hear from a family member telling you at like 1 a.m. or something like that. I loved it.
That old story from the kids like scary book where the girl has the like handkerchief around her neck and she takes it off and her head rolls off. Y'all remember that one?
Is that from? Um, hmm. I don't think I've read that one. Where was that?
It was. I don't remember what the book was, but I think it was the same writer as the Scary Stories book. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but it was like this dude. He met this girl when they were kids, and like she always had this ribbon around her neck, and he like, he had a crush on her and stuff, and talked to her, and she's like, "Oh, I can't take it off. Like, it's special for me," or something like that. And like they grow up together and they date and they eventually get married, and she's never taken this thing off for her whole
That's
life.
weird.
And then like she's on her deathbed, and finally like they take the thing off, and when they undo it, her head rolls off.
She just like me for real.
It's classic.
That's odd. Did she like eat with that and take a shower with that on? Like,
Well, I mean, it's a kid's book, so they didn't show her in the shower, but
oh,
no fan service for the
Full
kids.
shower scene.
It's got the fog over her bits.
or the streak of light, like in the anime shows. Dark Horse doing a second printing of Shinjuku, but can't find a review. Any good? Should I be picking it up? Have you read Shinjuku?
No, but it's from In a Dark, Dark Room and Other Scary Stories.
Shinjuku? I know what you mean.
There's
Yeah.
the dude in the like trench coat with the hat right there underneath the skull guy. That always freaked me out. And then there's to the side the girl that's holding her head. That's the girl that loses her head.
Whoa.
This does look familiar.
And there's the image of her when she was young, and she's wearing the scarf or the ribbon or whatever.
Oh, I see.
And they're like, why can't you take it off? And there's it looks like Dimitri Martin is talking, and he's like, hey, I really like your scarf, and she can't take it off. I'm not wrong though. He looked like Dimitri Martin.
He looks like the Dimitri Martin that Dimitri always draws himself as.
With the big nose, like super oversized nose. See, they on her deathbed, and then she's like, "Yo, homie,
charge your phone, boy."
I charged it overnight. Leave me alone,
phone, boy.
Can you find the scene where? Can you find the scene with the head, or is that too graphic for YouTube? Are you gonna get demonetized?
It's way too graphic. I don't know if I can show it.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that. I bet the cat is like waiting for this moment and steals the head.
Yeah, the cat ate it afterwards.
Pongo, did you eat the head? He's asleep.
What's happening? Javier is asking, when's the Omnibus and Colleen collab?
The IRL collab is next week.
Nice.
I don't know if people here happen to see the legendary Eddie Burback Rainforest Cafe video.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do our own Rainforest Cafe. It's gonna be
there used to be a Rainforest Cafe in downtown Chicago. However, it closed over the pandemic, so we are literally driving 45 minutes to Gurnee, Illinois to go to the Rainforest Cafe.
It's gonna be us, and Mr. Colleen is gonna be there too.
Mr. Colleen.
And
yo, if you guys do characters like William Bobson, that would be great. Just saying.
Mr.
William Bobson, go to the Rainforest Cafe.
All I know is Mr. Colleen said that he plans to get as drunk as possible.
So Colleen is going to have to drive.
Yeah. So we're at past our limit, unfortunately. I would keep going, but it's like super late over here. If you guys, we can do like 2 more minutes. If you guys have any random questions, as random as possible, please. Don't ask for serious stuff. Don't ask for life-changing questions. Just ask the absurd, and you'll make me very happy. While I do that, let me remind you that the top 20 manga or the top 20 graphic novels released in October, you can get them at our sponsor's website. That's instocktrades.com, your home for all things collected editions. You can get your omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, and so much more, up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that. And if you make an order of $50 or more, you get free shipping. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's instocktrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. And at the end of the month, on the last Monday, we're going to do the gift card giveaway valued at $50. Anybody can enter and participate and hang out with us in the chat and with the instructions and all that cool stuff. So thank you to IST once again for sponsoring your Omnibros and the Omnibus Collectors Network.
There's an off-brand version of that story with the ribbon. It's like this other version. I don't know what is going on.
Eating spaghetti? What's happening?
So, but look, it's that, and then
Spaghetti.
Here's proposing to her, and then
The red ribbon of fate.
and there's the scene where he's like pulling it off of her,
Oh Lord.
off of her neck. It's
This
like
is the version where John Hamm from Mad Men is proposing to what's her face? Joanne? No, I can't remember her name. The redhead.
Cool.
That's the Mad Men version.
Well, that looks like Russian propaganda.
no longer Dimitri Martin.
Like I could see that drawing being from like Russia or somewhere over there. I don't
Some
know.
Eastern European.
Hey, we got questions. Gio, what is the meaning of life? You eat, you poop, and the cycle continues.
Yeah,
And
that's very
until
true.
one day you can't do that anymore. But
You
in
go to
all
the
actuality,
Rainforest Cafe.
at the Rainforest Cafe. In all actuality, the meaning of life is too deep. But if you have the right people and you have a lot of good memories, I think that will help you find the meaning of it at some point during your life. That's the best I can come up with at 10:34 p.m. on a Thursday night, and I am super tired.
I think
Who would win in a Yu-Gi-Oh duel? Adam Sandler or Yugi?
This is
Joey
a Riley question.
Joey Wheeler.
No, Adam Sandler,
No,
Yugi,
Adam
Riley.
Sandler or Yugi?
Adam Sandler would be like Adam Sandler and Joey would be the best like duo to be doing stuff together because they play off each other so well. No, Yu-Gi-Oh would win, but Adam Sandler would beat him at basketball.
For sure.
Fucking crush him at basketball.
What's the best
blue
titled manga? That's a good one. Blue Period, Blue Giant, Grand Blue, Blue Exorcist, Blue. What's the other one? Blue
flag.
Blue Flag, Blue Spring Ride.
Blue Flag. Blues Clues.
Blue Man
Blues
Group.
Blues
Blue Man
Clues.
Group.
Solos.
Magenta best side character.
Magenta waifu.
I'm Blue. Abadi Dabada. I don't know. The best blue manga. Is Blue Giant the one about music, jazz?
That's the jazz one.
I'm gonna go with that one.
I like Blue Period pretty well.
Blue Lock.
Blue manga. Ooh, Blue Lock. That's my pick. That's a new one. But Blue Lock solos Blue Period.
I'm watching. Sorry, go ahead.
Those kids in Blue Period don't even know how to play soccer. So like,
no, they don't.
So
They would absolutely get crushed in soccer.
we would
I
get
only go off of who gets crushed in sports.
I like Blue Lock so far, and I've said it in the past. It's a shame that nobody's dying in this manga or anime or whatever, because I thought it was going to be Squid Game. I thought if they lose the soccer match, they were going to die. So when that didn't happen, I'm like, it's not as fun anymore.
Well, maybe they do. I don't know. Like as it gets closer to the end, you find out like everyone who's been eliminated actually is
They're dead.
executed.
Hell yeah. But it's been fun. However, when they get into the technical aspect of the sport, because since I'm not a fan of soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, I just skip past that stuff, to be honest. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, sports, whatever. I just want to see them play, and if they win, then what happens, what penalty happens. I don't know.
I like Blue Falcon, the Hanna-Barbera
Seed,
superhero.
Blue Gender. Oh, you remember Blue Gender? That was Starship Troopers, the anime. Grand Blue Dreaming.
Which gender is blue?
Blue Box.
Really, it's the boys.
Blue Box just came out, right? The first volume.
It's the color for boys.
Yeah, Blue Box Volume 1 was this month.
Okay. Bear in the Big Blue House. Nice.
Good callback to that one.
Spoilers, Daichi dies in Haikyuu.
He does.
Haikyuu is secretly a brutal manga. And they
hold a
spike the
funeral
ball.
for him.
And they spike the ball and it hits them in the face. Concussion right there, and they die.
The best one, I think, number 1 is Blue Slam Dunk, and number 2 is Blue Gyo.
Blue Hayafuru.
You know what?
Yeah, Fubu.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime. He's blue, so it counts.
It does.
It's a blue slime. So
I'm looking at stuff in my shelves now. Just I'm Aqua
Blue
Team,
Sara.
Blue Force.
Blue Sara.
Blue Gyo does go hard.
Bluey Wheeler.
Dragon Blue Ball Z. That's a good one. What else? I don't know.
Blukimon.
Peekaboo.
Remember when that was what people called Meryl?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Peekaboo? There's a blue Choodle.
Choodle.
There's a blue.
That's a dumb looking Pokemon too.
I like his evolution though, but that one, yeah, he's kind of weird.
I would say a lot of Pokemon are dumb looking, so
You take that back.
Don't say
I'm
that
kidding.
about
I'm kidding.
Chandelure.
like it's a chandelier. Come on.
It's a Chandelure.
I will explain. I'm gonna get all nerdy up in this stream. The purpose of those weird Pokemon, like inanimate objects, is that they're based on Sukumogami. Sorry. So it's based on yokai lore, and that after many years, spirits take over those items and they possess them, like poltergeist.
Yeah.
So that's why you see that. Like you see the sword, you see the Klefki. You remember Klefki?
Yep.
Bunch of keys and they come to life. Dumbest idea ever, but it is what it is. I get it.
I just think the designs need to look better. Like, I shouldn't look at something and be like, oh, that's a chandelier. Like,
That just
put a little flavor into it, so I'm not like knowing that I'm looking at a chandelier.
Gotcha.
doesn't look like a Pokemon.
He's an emo dude. Morgrim.
Forming as can be.
Impidem. I like Impidem. It's cute.
I got there's Caparaja.
Caparaja is interesting because you remember the Dex entry for Raichu. It said that it would scare up an elephant or something like that, and people were like, "Wait, there are no elephants in the Pokemon world." Until plot twist, Sword and Shield, when they introduced that elephant Pokemon.
They were
Does
playing the long game.
the mammoth not count?
Or the mammoth, yeah, sure, but that was Gen 4, so
Mamo,
Blue. That counts because the shiny for me was blue.
Shiny Mew Blue.
Yep. Okay. Well, with that, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all the blues. Thank you for all the questions. I hope you found this stream entertaining. We're going to be back next Monday. I forgot what day it was. We're going to come back next Monday with hauls, reads. Oh, there's Clefty.
Yay, it's a keychain.
It's a keychain. We'll be back next week with hauls, reads, and all the collected editions coming out. And then Wednesday, a comic book topic episode. And then Thursday, we're going to do a manga episode. Hope you guys stick around for all that. Thank you to our sponsor for making it happen. And thank all of you for tuning in. Without you, we wouldn't be doing this. We probably would. Nobody would be watching, but we probably would. Bobson, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here with us?
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Colleen's Manga Rex, and then on Twitter at manga_nostalgic.
Willie Dustis, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me over on the YouTubes and the Instagram and the TikToks at the Omnibus Collector, and then on Twitter at Omni Collector.
Nice. When I'm not positioning for this stupid book, I'm at my own channel, We Can Geek Them. I just posted a haul video, and I got a personal manga grail. If you guys want to check that out, I just posted that video a couple hours ago. Be appreciated if you guys give it a watch. Thank you everybody for tuning in. That's it. We're out. Let me find the little thingy. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Read more manga. Peace out.
Or don't.
Yeah, you do you know?